word, you're going to say a word. I will. I will serve. I will serve the Lord all the days of my life.
Où est-ce que j'ai rencontré la Vierge Marie une fois que j'étais à Autriche.
What? St. Bernadette? Is that English you're speaking?
Well, no, but I'm from France. I must parler le français.
Oh, oui, but these children are from America.
Oh, well, welcome to France, dear children. Please forgive my accent as this is not my first language, but I will speak to you in English today. My name is Bernadette Sumeru, and I came from a family of 6 children, and we were very, very poor. In fact, I should not even have my socks on, because we had no shoes in my family. We would never have had fingernail polish on our toes either, but don't tell anyone. And one day, when I was only 12 years old, I was out with my sisters and my brothers collecting wood because we were very cold at my house. And while I was collecting wood and putting it inside my apron to bring it back home, all of a sudden, in a little bit of a cave, I saw a beautiful, beautiful woman. And she was all in light, and she started calling my name and talking to me. And one of the things that she taught me, which I had never seen done before, was the way to do a sign of the cross. I had never seen that, but she taught me how. And how to recite the rosary, which I did not have any of that in my home. So I came back to that special place, and the Blessed Mother came back 15 times to talk to me every day. And nobody else could hear her, just me. When I went home and told my mom and dad about it, they wouldn't believe me at all. And so they sent my brothers and sisters back the next day. And when the Blessed Virgin appeared to me, they couldn't see her. They couldn't hear her. Only I could. And she is the one who taught us how to pray for lost souls, for people who don't know about Jesus. But I can't teach it to you because it's a little bit more involved. And you could always ask your parents because I'm sure they know about it. But one thing is, on the very last day, or the 15th or 16th day, I can't remember how many days exactly that the Blessed Mother came, when I was on the ground and I was praying very hard, the Blessed Mother told me, dig in the ground right here. And with my bare hands, I started digging, and water started coming up out of the ground. And that water, even though this happened in the 1930s, to this day, if you are to go to my country and go to Lourdes, you will see a fountain of water that still comes up out of the ground. They built a big church there today, and they said when I was reading about this online, 5 million people a year go there, because a lot of people who touched that water, who blessed themselves with that water, who put the water on something that was broken or had, like if they had arthritis and their fingers were all like this, they would put the water on and they were miraculously cured. Nobody could explain it. It was a miracle. So that's a place where a lot of people go when they have special illnesses or things that nobody seems to be able to cure, and they will ask them to, they'll go to get the water and they'll put the water on their sore or body, wherever it is, and then they will ask for healing. I forgot to put my St. Bernadette. She was very young, Bernadette. She was only 12 when the Blessed Mother appeared to her, and she was only in her 30s when she died. She was very sick. She had asthma and tuberculosis, all things that kept her in bed a lot and in the infirmary, which is like a hospital, because she became a nun. She became a sister, Sister Bernadette, and she spent a lot of time sickly. She was always suffering, had a hard time breathing. That's why she passed away so young. But she always had a lot of our virtue of the day, which is respect. That's our virtue for today. And this was one thing about St. Bernadette, was that she was very respectful. For example, once she started telling people that she had seen the Blessed Virgin, they he said, no, you didn't. She would never come to a poor pauper girl with no shoes. But she never changed her mind. She'd say, I'm sorry you don't believe me, but it's really, really true. And she would go back the next day, and the Blessed Mother would talk to her again, and she would tell them, today she told me this, this, and this. In fact, there was even one day one of her sisters said that she had seen the Blessed Mother too, and even one day her brother did. So she wasn't making it up, but because she was so young, who would believe her? But she was always respectful when they questioned her and said, well now, stop saying that, that's not true. Change your story. She would not do it. She'd say, I'm very sorry that you feel that way, but I really, really see her and she talks to me, and I'm sticking to my story. 2 adult volunteers that I talked to earlier to come forward, please, and help me with my story on respect that I want to show you. I'm going to ask you if anybody in here knows what this is today. And hopefully you all know what this is. It's an egg. But today, just because I'm a bad artist, I want you to see that I put on this egg what?
A heart.
And this egg is going to represent everybody's heart today. Does everybody in here have a heart?
Yes.
Hopefully, yes. Can you see it?
No.
And that's why I had to use my egg today, because I wanted you to think about your heart. Your heart is just as tender and soft as this egg. This egg is not cooked. It's a real egg, just fresh out of the store. And it represents your heart. And when people don't show respect, sometimes it upsets you or hurts you in some way. Can you tell me what somebody could do that would be lack of respect, that would not make you feel very good at all? What would they be able to do? Take something. Just try. Go ahead.
Somebody
Could do what? Hurt somebody. She said if you were to hurt somebody, how? How would you do that? What could you do to hurt? When we are not respectful or kind. Now, once that happens, we have a chance, because Jesus does forgive us, to do something about it. What can we do about it after we've broken someone's heart? Can they put this heart back together again? Not from what I saw. But what can you do if you have done something? Yes, please.
I know.
Shh. Okay, listen to this. She said if somebody lies to you, and they lied to you and your heart's broken, and then they can say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Look what happens to your heart now. Carefully. Look at this heart. There it is, taking very good care of your heart. What else can we do that would show kindness and take care of your heart? Yes, try. Go ahead, Anne. What could we do? Telling the truth is one. What else can we do? Yes?
Saying sorry.
Saying you're sorry. Bring the egg back or another egg to him. Look at that heart. Anything else? Yes. Be kind, she says. Look at that heart. He went back and forth and never a crush. Yes?
He says we should be nice.
Yeah, that's the even easier thing. Just be nice. Yes, Gianni?
Be healthy and be caring.
Yes, I like that. He said be helpful and sharing. Look at how nice your heart's going back and forth. We have a chance, children, to make a difference in everybody's heart. Everybody. You might only be this little, you could be this little, or you could be my little. You have a chance to make a difference with other people's hearts. Just remember that you have their hearts in your hand, like these people right here. So don't do things that you know will cause them to look like that. That's very, very hard on you. And everyone in here, I am 100% sure, everyone in here has had a broken heart at one time or another. People were mean to you. People didn't include you in their games. People planned a party and didn't invite you. But you have a chance not to act that way. Not that you can invite everybody to your party. There's a limit. But if you have a friend, try not to ignore them. Try not to be mean to them. And like he says, share, be kind, be helpful. And so all of these are our lesson for today on how to show respect.